when individuals hear Guyana, they mistake it for Ghana.
Mm-hmm.
And to correct that misconception, you will hear Guyanese say that they're from Guyana, South America. They always tag on South America. Another misconception is that Guyana is an island, and it really isn't. It is considered a Caribbean country, but it's on the northern coast of South America. It's bounded on the east by Suriname, the south and southwest by Brazil, and the west by Venezuela. And once again, the north by the Atlantic Ocean.
Another thing traditional to Guyana that I remember talking definitely, I think, with both of you about, but Denise, is a wedding tradition. I can't remember what it's called, but could you share with us?
So that I was speaking, I'm obsessed with like the cultural, especially of those who like grew up. Georgetown is the city. I'm from Georgetown. I'm a city girl. But like those people who grew up in the countryside and the traditions that they hang on to, my dad's side of the family, they are a historical countryside from the village family. One of the traditions that we have, back to your original question, from the Afro-Guyanese lineage, is we have a wedding tradition called a kwekwe. It is everything. It's a whole lot of fun, but essentially what it's supposed to be is like the night before the wedding. Now we're thinking back to the context of like a village guy, a village girl, and the two families kind of coming together. So the guy is supposed to leave his family home with his family member. They party down the street, you know, everyone's like beating drums. So we have this thing called a jege band, I'm trying to say it in my accent, but still legibly. But you'll see a jege band usually at weddings and funerals. And that ties back into the African culture and the music and the folk music that kind of told stories that originated out of those slaves and post-slavery and what they were trying to pass on. But that kwekwe is a celebration where he comes, he brings whatever his family has to offer for that woman. He comes to the woman's home, family home, and they actually hide her. And he has to then he and his family have to then find her, present the things that he is bringing to offer for their daughter. And then there's a big celebration, and there are there are folk songs that go along with it about the women in the family and the men on the family and the different sides of the family and just the coming together of the two families. So that's one that I absolutely love. Like I said, the Amerindians also have their traditions. The Indians, of course, I'm sure you've seen, and you can definitely Google Indian weddings online. They're much similar. They're pretty much similar to what you will see in Guyana at an Indian wedding. The most phenomenal thing that you've ever seen. There's tons of traditions. When you have that many cultures, you're gonna have a plethora of traditions to go along with it. But that's the one that I always talk about, Chan. So be prepared for when I do get married too.
I can't wait.
Come in your best African attire for the kwekwe.
I'm ready. Sanai, isn't that cool?
It is very cool. Very cool. If there's one thing you want us or viewers to take from this, what would you want them to take?
Oh, that's a good question. So I'll give you the thing that I'm most proud of, and I'll let that answer your question. I am most proud of the melting pot of cultures that is in Guyana. Like anyone can go and anyone can feel comfortable. We spoke earlier about the Amerindians, the people of African descent, the people of Portuguese descent, the people of Chinese descent. Like, you know, there's so many people that can come in. There's a large Haitian population now migrating to Guyana. You know, we're such an accepting country and culture, and I think that's a narrative that is not out there as much where it comes to Guyanese. Because even in my experience here, a lot of people are kind of like, oh, all the Guyanese are Indians, and it's such a poor representation because we're such a melting pot of cultures. So that's the thing I'm most proud of. That's the diversity of Guyana that I'm most proud of, and I would wish would get out there more about our country.
Yeah, and I would say that on the whole, once again, the whole, Guyanese are pretty easygoing. Would you agree, Denise? I think we tend to be easygoing
and lighthearted.
Right, but we also work very hard. Yeah. We're ambitious. We where we go, we try to excel, and education is massive. Mm-hmm. Because I remember growing up, and the thing is like, you better get your education, because if you don't, you'll be pushing a dray cart. I don't know if you heard that. It was that, so you had to focus on your education. So I think that is one of the things that I would say I'm proud of Guyanese, is that, we're hard workers, and we will, we can be found all over the world. All over the world. As Denise, you said, you went to Venezuela as a youngster, albeit next door, but my daughter lives in Denmark, and she met a Guyanese there. So we are all over.
One more thing we need from you guys is your word or phrase of the day. Feel free to throw a few at us, but that are native to Guyana. Denise, you want to go first?
Sure. I think I'll do a word and I'll do a phrase, because I think me and Liz are in agreement about the bana and bini.
Right.
So the bana it's just a male and female version of like, hey, my guy, hey, my friend. So we're going on bana. We're going on beanie. And then what I would say, my favorite phrase was coming up as a child when I wanted to be sassy, would be me and you cuckoo don't boil. And I'm sure all of the Bajans will appreciate that, and it speaks to Guyanese Bajan relations that go back, predating myself, many of us. But yeah, it's pretty much saying that you and I don't exist in the same space. You and I are not on the same level. So your cuckoo and my cuckoo will not boil in the same waters. Okay.
That's funny. I remember growing up, and I'm sure people still say it these days, is, as a child, child is running around doing this, and the parents will say, "You too botheration." Not bothersome, but you botheration.
Botheration as a whole, like you are bothering.
It's never a normal word.
Too botheration. And another phrase is, I can't tie bundle with you, meaning that you're working on something and you can't come to an agreement, or you're working on something, you think things are going fine, and then one person just decides to go off and do their own thing. It's like, I can't tie bundle with this person. They're doing their own thing. So
I love it.
Oh, man.
Well, thank you both again for joining us today. This has been very enlightening. We hope to have you back again sometime soon.
I'd love to.
Sure. And thank you for highlighting Guyana on your channel. I'll make sure all my Guyanese go and watch the episode when it comes.
And subscribe, please.
Like and subscribe, of course. For the YouTube algorithm.
Right. Like, subscribe, share. Share.
Yes.
Oh, man.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Auntie Liz and Auntie Denise, for coming and sharing your culture with me.
And we'd like to wish Guyana a very happy independence. Sanai, tell them what the folks gotta do.
You have to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share this video with your friends.
Please and thank you. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.